Hi there, my name is Robbert and I'm a Sitecore Technology MVP from the Netherlands. In today's video, I would like to walk you through how to set up SolrCloud, which is a cluster of Solr servers that combines fault tolerance and high availability. So we're going to do that on Sitecore 10. So if we look at the Solr compatibility table, then we can see that we need a specific version of Solr for the experience platform version 10, which is Solr 8.4. So here we can actually find all the releases of Solr, and we need the 8.4.0.1. So let's remember this site because we're going to need it later. As I said, SolrCloud is with SolrCloud you actually basically set up a cluster of Solr servers that use ZooKeeper to manage the availability, and it combines fault tolerance and high availability for your Sitecore indexes. So there is this hidden gem by Sitecore MVP Jeremy Davis. So he created this repo, SolrCloud Help Us, if you want to do it. It helps you installing and setting up SolrCloud in a scripted, automated fashion. So before I'm going to play and make some small adjustments to his repository. I have to admit that I totally wasn't a SolrCloud expert, and I wouldn't consider myself to be a SolrCloud expert at all. But this project definitely gave me a lot of insight how the configuration works between the Solr service and ZooKeeper, and how ZooKeeper assembles the whole orchestration. And but yeah, we're going to walk through this in this video. So there's a video on YouTube from Jeremy Davis, which he presented at the Manchester Sitecore user group last year, where he talked about the whole process of why we need SolrCloud, why we need ZooKeeper in the mix. And he basically presented this at the last on location Sitecore symposium. So Jeremy posted some amazing slides with amazing comments to give you a better insight on the difficulties setting this up, but also on the decisions. So let's open up this this PowerPoint. Definitely download it from his blog, because it will give you a great insight on stuff where it walks through, hey, if you want to have a stable site, you need Solr to survive problems, and why we need SolrCloud, what it is, how it actually works internally, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. So all credits are due to Jeremy Davis. But in today's video, I would just like to walk you through how easy it would be to set up like this cluster of Solr services with ZooKeeper, then stopping certain Solr servers or ZooKeeper services, and then we can actually see how the whole process or system works, and how it actually falls back to your ZooKeeper services, etc. So he also gives some advice on the hardware that you need, Java versions, how to set it up as a service. The script does that all for you. So let's go to his GitHub page. I've been mainly playing with this SolrCloud Help Us script, which is a PowerShell script for setting this up on your local machine. He also worked on a Docker containerized version of it. So, but I haven't checked this one out. This is also way more up to date. This was set up for, I guess, Sitecore 9.3, but today we're going to make small adjustments to his repository and how to actually set up SolrCloud with the Sitecore 10. So let's go into this repo, and we're here, and we're going to fork this. So because I'm here in an incognito window, I have to log in. Let me switch to my other project. We're here, and let's switch to the to the same project where I'm actually logged in. So let's fork this, and I want to fork it to my KYNL account. So this will take a few seconds. So now that we've forked this repository, we're going to clone it. So I've copied the GitHub URL of my cloned my fork repository. Let's clone it here. Let's wait, and let's clone it to my C project SolrCloud helpers. So let's clone this. And that's it. So now we have this this repository cloned. Let's open up a PowerShell window in admin mode. So we need that. Let's open that up. See projects, and then SolrCloud helpers. And then let's open this up in Visual Studio Code. So the repository comes up with 3 PowerShell scripts to set up OpenJDK. That's basically installing this open source version of Java. You can check your environment variables if you have Java Home added to your added here as a system variable, so that it knows how to find Java, because Solr actually needs Java. There is one thing in this script, because if we look at this, then SolrCloud helpers. So the first thing that I noticed is so it's not called Solr scripting helpers anymore. If you wanna install this, so but it's now SolrCloud helpers, and Jeremy Davis is also installing this to the desktop and then in a folder. So I'm just, for my own sake, I'm just going to change this and have the Solr services and ZooKeeper services and the non-sucking service manager installed at this location. So see SolrCloud, and then we have actually 2 scripts to set up a single instance. This will install a single Solr server on a certain port, 9099 in this case, and 1 ZooKeeper. But you also set up this triple instance where we have like 3 Solr servers running on different ports, and 3 ZooKeepers for the ensemble. As you can see here, ZooKeeper are using internal ports as well. Yeah, so it's you definitely have to check out his PowerPoint presentation, and especially go through his notes where he walks through all of this, and definitely make sure to watch his video. So I'm going to focus mainly on this setup triple instance PowerShell, but there are some things. So if we go back here, we notice that the Solr service that we actually need was the 8.4 version of Solr for the Sitecore Experience Platform 10, and I've opened up this zip file. So let's copy this this address, and let's open up. Let's close this, and let's open up this thing here. So his scripts by default, he's got it enabled for 9.1, and he also added a couple of locations for 9.2 and 9.3. So what I'm going to do is mainly copying this over. Let's comment this one out, and then basically replacing this as a Solr package, because we want to install version 8.4.0 for Sitecore 10, and Sitecore 10.1 it's using the same Solr version. So if we go back, so this configuration is correctly set up. As I said, I want to have my install my target folder at C SolrCloud. Currently you can adjust the collection prefix. So this will be the prefix of your Solr indexes. So by default it's search. You can definitely easily change if you're working for client, for example, called Sitecore. You would prefix it with Sitecore, and then it will probably create an index Sitecore underscore, and then in this case it's probably Sitecore master index or something. So maybe Sitecore as a company name is a little bit incorrect there. His script. So we're installing ZooKeeper services where we pass in some parameters. If we look here at the install directory, we have all these PowerShell modules that we also have one for a ZooKeeper instance. So if we look at the version, so let's have a look at this. Install, then search for this one. So yeah, by default he's using this ZooKeeper version 3.4.1.4, which he pasted in this URL. In the script he's not passing that in, so by default it will pick up this version 3.4.14. Officially, however, if we look at the SolrCloud, we can actually go to, I guess, configuration and parameters, but maybe I have to go to SolrCloud, how to get it working. Let's setting up the ZooKeeper ensemble. So you need to go to this section where we then can see, hey, the first step in setting up Apache ZooKeeper, because we're here in the Solr reference guide for 8.4, that Solr currently uses Apache ZooKeeper 3.5.5. So yeah, we definitely need to get a tar.gzip file for that specific version. So in order to find that specific ZooKeeper 3.5.5 version, and we need to get that gzip file. So we're in this Apache archive for Solr, but the ZooKeeper archives are there as well. So if you go up 3 levels and you are here in the /dist, then if we find ZooKeeper, then basically we can find the specific version 3.5.5, and here we have that that gzip file. So let's copy up that address, and let's go back to that setup triple instance, and let's define a variable here, which is ZooKeeper, ZooKeeper package. So then let's paste this in here. So now we're going to pass that in. So we could definitely change it here immediately and not pass it in, but Jeremy set this up for this version because on other versions of Sitecore, we can probably see it here. So if we go to the, I don't know if we can actually say, go to other guides as well. Do we have like a 8.1 version, for example? Yes, we do. So, for example, here in the reference guide for 8.1, which is the version 8.1.1 for 9.3, if we look at SolrCloud here and then at this ensemble, you can actually see that for 8.1 we have a different ZooKeeper version here. So that's one good thing to know, that for each specific Solr version, you have a different ZooKeeper version. I guess Jeremy Davis, for his scripts in his repository, he wrote something down here. So we're going to see if we run into this. While the scripts should be able to install the latest 3.5.5 release of ZooKeeper, this archive seems to cause an issue with the 7-zip library, and it fails to extract. This version works fine, however. So maybe we have to downgrade it and reconfigure it to actually work with this version of ZooKeeper. But let's just find out if that happens, because I didn't test this. This is just me trying out and trying to make you aware of this repository and this great script. Okay, so we're going to, so this is actually called the parameter when we install our ZooKeeper instance. So if we go back and here it says is assigned but never used. Okay, we're going to use this variable, of course. So if we do install ZooKeeper instance, then we're going, so for each configured instance in this variable here, in this array of to be set up ZooKeeper services, we're going to we're just going to pass that in with this. So we can just do we can pass in the ZooKeeper package, and yeah, in this case it's pretty easy by just adding this variable. So that's not in that script as well. So if I now save this, then I think we're good to go. So I think that is it to get everything set up. So we're going back to PowerShell right now. Let's do a list here, and we have this. So we're going to set up this triple instance. So here in so this is my project here, C project, SolrCloud, help us, and this directory is completely empty, C SolrCloud. I'm going to open up my services. And as you can see here in my services window, I don't have any ZooKeeper services up and running. And I do have a couple of different versions of Solr installed, but we're going, the whole script is going to add 3 more Solr specific versions. And yes, it's also in 8.4.0 versions, but the names of the Solr service will be, in the end, will be Solr1 with a dash, and then it adds that port. But we'll figure that out. We'll see that later. So let's just set up this triple instance and let's walk through the script. I'll probably fast forward it when executing this, because it's yeah, I try to maybe comment on what's happening, and later on we can actually see the services up and running. We're going to play with it. So now let's run this script and let's see what it does. So yeah, as you can see here, the folder already exists. It starts downloading ZooKeeper. So it's currently extracting that gzip file, and it's already failing. And I'm going to pause the video here and see what's done, what's incorrect. So access to the pod, so SolrCloud, Apache, ZooKeeper services. Let's find out what's wrong. And it might be that Jeremy was also running into this issue. So then we're just going to downgrade this specific version and we're going to run it once more. So see you soon while I figure this out. Hey, yeah, so I'm back again. I haven't been able to actually figure it out. As Jeremy said, we can actually use this. We can actually downgrade this ZooKeeper version to the version that actually works with the previous version that Sitecore supported. So and Solr supported. So which is 3.4.1.4. So we can definitely go to 3.4.1.4. Copy this link address and let's make the adjustments here. Yeah, if somebody from the community actually makes this, has the ability to make this to work, then yeah, do shoot me a message. So now that we're going to just use this particular version, which was basically already in this script, but I'm just passing it in because I'm going to download it from a different from the official Apache archive download folders. So we're going. I've cleaned my SolrCloud directory again, and let's see. Let's run it when it runs. Set up a new triple instance. So it's going to download ZooKeeper once more, but now a different version, of course. As you can see here, 3.4.1.4. And yeah, it already goes further than when we were using the official supported version for Solr. I haven't tested it with even with a higher version of ZooKeeper. So it's what it does. It's create different directories for each ZooKeeper. It's updating the ZooKeeper configuration based upon the settings that we defined here in this triple instance script. And now, yeah, as you can see here, it's already creating 3 ZooKeeper instances, 1, 2, and 3. Now it's, yeah, it's already waiting for ZooKeeper at this specific internal client port number, which we also can see here in this script here. So this ZooKeeper 1, 2, 3, all running on different ports, and the Solr service will run on different ports as well. Yeah, so I'm probably fast forwarding this video a little bit, and when there's some new news in this script, I'll probably yeah, start doing my comments on it again. And now the script is actually waiting. So probably there might be something due to that it didn't download the non-sucking service manager. That's probably because I haven't told it to actually install as a service. So that's something that I probably need to install by default. So let's close this script. Let's stop this and let's go back to the script. So are we able to actually install it as a service? So by default, this is actually configured at false. So that might be something that I didn't pass this in. So that's my bad. But it's good that at least I'm running this into this right now in this video, and I'm very open about it. So we can definitely change. And yes, it will cost a little bit more time, but once you have this set up, you can just run the script on higher environments. Of course, you need to run it on several machines, and it needs to work together. So definitely you have to think about host names, port numbers, etc. Whether you're using self-signed certificates or wildcard certificates that you actually get from your client. So that there are definitely some things that you need to consider. So by default, apparently I didn't pass this in to install it as a service, and that's probably so we're actually passing this in, install as a service. And what is my, so install, oh, I have it as false. Yeah, that's my bad, of course. So let's change this to true because we wanna have it up and running as a service in our services window. So let's save this again. Let's have this ready. Let's just delete this once more. I'm very sorry that you have a little bit longer video, but it doesn't have to be perfect, of course. So now we're going to set up this triple instance once more. So this is 3, I guess on the third try, we might actually do it correctly. So now it's downloading the non-sucking service manager, and it's extracting that zip, and it probably goes off downloading the ZooKeeper file again, then installing the services correctly, and using that non-sucking service manager to install these ZooKeeper instances as a service. So now it's actually starting, as you can see here, it's starting the ZooKeeper services right now on different ports. It's up and running. As we go through and we press F5, we can actually see that we have 3 services up and running right now. ZooKeeper 1, ZooKeeper 2, ZooKeeper 3. So yeah, that's awesome. As you can see here, it's currently downloading Solr, that specific version of 8.4, and it's extracting that to, and it's now creating all the various Solr servers, and that will be 3. So it's going to, this is the extraction of that Solr package, and it's currently creating the 3 Solr servers. So it's also creating this certificate. So let's maybe open up manage the computer certificates. If we go to the trusted root and we open up the certificates and then we go Solr, then you can actually see that this Solr certificate it's valid for the next 10 years. So so this, the Solr services are currently being installed. So service Solr 9099, which is running on this port, and we have a Solr instance running on 9098. So let's just do another refresh here, and let's scroll up, and we can actually see that we already have two services. They're not up and running yet because probably the script needs to start them. But things are definitely being processed. And yes, this script might take a while, but yeah, normally if you configure it correctly and you probably run it once, then it probably takes maybe 10 minutes to set up this Solr cluster with this ZooKeeper ensemble. And yeah, so yeah, credits are where credits are due. So Jeremy Davis, a big thank you and applause for what you've come up with, because yeah, that must have cost you probably weeks to configure it. So I think the Sitecore community definitely appreciates what you've put out there. So hopefully we're almost there. So let's press the space bar. Okay, it was hanging a little bit because I probably went to the services panel. It gives a little bit warning. Okay, now it's throwing some issues here. And I'm going to figure out why this isn't working. So if we read the issue correctly, then we basically can say error from the server, error creating these indexes, unable to create the core caused by the config set of this collection was uploaded without any authentication in place and use is not available for collection with untrusted config sets. Re-upload the config sets after enabling authentication and authorization. Okay, that's a weird message, which I haven't seen before, to be honest. And yeah, so definitely some things are going wrong in this demo, but yeah, maybe I should have asked the demo gods to let's see, because here we have configure Solr collections. So I'm definitely going to research this, and I'll be back hopefully in a minute. So welcome back again. Yeah, it took me a little bit, and hopefully I found it, on what the issue was. So if we look at the presentation from Jeremy, that he also does something. Sitecore needs different schema for content and XDB indexes. As you can see here, he was working on this now one. I'm trying to make this work with 10.1. So the easiest place to get these in an existing development instance created by a SIF. So here I'm taking it from the XDB core and a content database core in each of those folders. And then he goes to the folder conf. Then you copy this from the cores you picked and you store the two separately because you need to upload them to SolrCloud. So if we look at this configure Solr collection, then he pasted in this base 64 encoded string, I guess from his zip file. So what the script did, and when we're actually running into these issues here, is probably that those config sets are not working with 8.4.0. So I've tested this previously. Unfortunately, I didn't use Sitecore 10, but 9.3, and it worked correctly. So yeah, while doing this video, I'm running into these issues. So definitely, yeah, this it's a little bit harder than I expected in for this demo, but it's good that we're running into this because then we know exactly what's going on. So if we look at this, if we look at the C SolrCloud directory, then the script actually encodes or decodes this base 64 string. It does that exactly. If we find a $.zip file, then yeah, here this is the function for expanding that base 64.config file. Let's see where it actually. Yeah, so okay, this is basically configured the Solr collection. Then here it expands that zip file, that base 64 config into the core config. That's my core config folder, which is actually that zip file. And if we open up the zip file, we actually see there is this XDB and a Sitecore one for the content and one for XDB. And basically what it contains is then a configuration for the managed schema and the Solr config, etc. So I've already installed a local version for a normal Solr setup on 8.4 for Sitecore 10. Let's go into 10.1. So here we have the core index. If we go to that configuration folder, then here basically we can see the same structure. So I'm going to add this, create a zip file from this. So I'm going to add this to and I'm going to rename this one because we're here in the core database. I'm going to rename this one to Sitecore.zip, and I'm going to then copy that over, and I'm also going to go to that XDB folder and to that configuration folder, and I'm going to also create a zip file of this. I'm going to rename this to XDB and copy that over as well. And yeah, even though this this script at the moment still contains the incorrect base 74, I noticed that it was for version 7.2.1. Looking at the compatibility table 7.2.1, yeah, he set this up for the Experience Platform 9.1. Well, I need to make some modifications, I guess. So we're going to delete the old core.config, and I'm basically zipping this once more, and yeah, I can definitely. And now I'm actually renaming this to my core config. That's it. And now I can just leave them here. So now I've got this updated core.config.zip, and yeah, let's clean out these ZooKeeper. Let's uninstall the ZooKeeper services first, then delete these directly, and then completely rerun the whole script again. So I'm going to do that now. I'm not going to bother you with this, but we'll see each other soon. Hey, and we're back again. So let's just see, okay, how does this work. Let's clean up the screen once more. I've left this zip file here. I've left these the non-service soaking the non-soaking service manager package here, Solr, ZooKeeper. So we have everything in place now. So we should not be in the need of downloading these things anymore, and let's just find out if this actually works. I'm going to fast forward this video until we actually get through it. So now it's starting the Solr services again, and it tries to create the collections right now with Sitecore. So as you can see, we have no failures anymore at the moment. So it's uploading the configuration set for Sitecore and XDB right now, creating the various collections. As you can see, we use the prefix search. So that is what it's using right now in this setup. And it looks like we're being successful. So very happy with that, and also happy to actually have encountered all these issues, because it actually shows that you have to think about different versions of Solr, different versions of ZooKeeper, different versions of the configuration sets to actually create the collections on the SolrCloud. So now, as you can see, Solr is up and running on various ports. So let's open up these. Let's open that up in the browser. So that's it. Solr is up and running, and as you can see here, we have a specific cloud option. You can see that we're running the right version. We're using the Java runtime, OpenJDK. So let's open up the other ones as well. And actually, Solr 2 is running on this machine, and then we have another one, which is Solr 3, which is running on port 9097. So we got three. So this is Solr 1, Solr 2, and Solr 3. Let's do a refresh here. ZooKeeper services are up and running. My Solr services are up and running. So let's click on the cloud tabs here. So here you can definitely see in this cloud tab, you can actually see all the nodes that are connected with one another. The status of the ZooKeeper services. I'm happy that it's green and not red. So we have one ZooKeeper that is actually the leader, and the other ones are the followers. We're running this specific ZooKeeper version. They have ZooKeeper IDs, and we can also see a graph. So I'm on this Solr 1. You can actually see that you can see the indexes here. Various Solr services are currently, I guess, active and the leader for various Sitecore indexes. So when a content search query fires off to this SolrCloud instance, then based upon where Sitecore actually needs to with a content search, what index it actually needs to look like, it actually looks at it goes to the correct Solr server. So here we have the same thing, of course, and on this number 3 we have exactly the same thing as well. The beauty now is, so if we, for example, here, I think this is Solr 2, so 9998. So, and this is of course all installed on this machine, but if we install it on various servers, and that one server actually goes down. So I'm going to stop this Solr server, and I'm going to refresh right now. We can actually see that this Solr server, Solr 2, is actually not. It's gone. It's gone. So it's gone. So this is Solr 3, and we're here on Solr 1. You can also see that Solr 2 is gone. And if I do a refresh here on this Solr 2 instance, yeah, the service is down. So this Solr 2 instance is not up and running. So that's a great thing. But at least the site is working because we have fault resilience, and the other two ZooKeeper services will then actually continue to. So as we go here, the status of the ZooKeeper services is still green. So what we also can do right now is maybe if we want to shut down ZooKeeper 3, that's fine. So, for example, on this machine, the service stops for a certain reason. Then we can do a refresh here, and we get a. Now the status is currently yellow, so we're still talking to that specific instance, which is the third one. It's not responding anymore. So now this one has become the leader, and this is the follower. It doesn't affect this because Solr is actually still up and running. Solr 1 and Solr 3. This one is still offline, of course. Solr 2 because I haven't started it. And if we look at the ZooKeeper status here on the third one, we can also see that hey, we've lost this ZooKeeper instance. Yeah, of course. Let's just start this ZooKeeper instance as well, and we're going to start the second Solr service in a minute. Let's do a refresh. It automatically detects that hey that ZooKeeper 3 is up and running again. So that's awesome. And this service is still down. So let's go on Solr 1 to this graph thing. So at least if we start Solr 2, you can actually see that it will go from a gone state to a recovering state, and then it will be active again. So if we start it right now, let's start. So now we are going to refresh, and you can immediately see it's currently still down. If we refresh, some other ones are in the recovering state. Some things are still down for a particular service, and it's up and running. So it's amazing technology, and it's the script from Jeremy definitely gave a good insight in this. I wonder if we can use the official ZooKeeper 3.5.5 version for Sitecore 8.4.0. But yeah, I hope this video was very helpful, and give a shout out to Jeremy Davis once more. And I would like to thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, maybe you don't, but at least subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. Bye-bye. And one thing I almost forgot is actually to check in my my adjustments. So I haven't updated the zip file base64 string. I'll figure out how to do that and then update this thing. So in case you want to have these updates in place, go check out my my forked repo from Jeremy Davis's repo. So I'm going to check this in and push it to the master. And that's basically Sitecore 10.1 adjustments updated Solr to 8.4.0 and using ZooKeeper 3.4.14, and yeah, that's basically it. So making the commit. There you go. Okay, that was updated. Let's check it out. If we do a refresh, you can actually see that 14 seconds ago. So this commit is here, and yeah. And I did apparently adjusted a little bit of spacing due to my settings in Visual Studio Code. Yeah, that's it, and have a good one. Thanks for watching.